to the Outpost Podcast, where we are trying to be a beacon of light in our community. We're trying to signal to everyone to come here to find refuge and relationship, to find formation, to be formed by the wisdom that we share here, but then also to be sent out into the world to hopefully create that moment for someone else. I'm your host, Deonte, and today we have with us a very special guest. You guys have probably seen her around. She is the new ministry assistant. She's a theater kid as well. Theater Kids Unite.
Yeah.
She's really cool, and she's bringing a lot of energy and light and a lot of change to our staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Abigail Dreyer, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the fact that we're in an updated space.
I know. It's so nice.
Yeah. Like you're the first person to grace our new kind of set.
It's pretty fitting. I'm the newest staff member, so I get the new set.
Yeah. How do you feel about such a high honor?
I'm so honored to be here.
That's cool.
Yeah, Greg's gonna be so jealous.
No, yeah. We have to have him back eventually because it's only going to get better, hopefully. But
it looks awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on in your life right now. Like what are you finding joy in? What are you finding refuge in? Give us some of that.
Well, I've gone through a lot of big changes the last few months. Mm-hmm. The biggest one being joining staff here. Mm-hmm. And it's been really fun. I've actually found a ton of joy, and it was kind of more unexpected than I thought it would be, being here. It's fun to be back at Northminster. I went to church here when I was in high school with my family, and then I interned in college here, and then now I'm back, and it's been really fun. And the staff is just so fun and awesome. A lot of laughter, a lot of energy here. So that's really been bringing me a lot of joy.
That's cool. That was like a plug for Northminster right there. If you want to come work here, Abigail just gave you the perfect plug. Like, she's finding joy in being at work. How many adults can say that?
Never thought I'd say that.
That's awesome. No, that's really cool. So I want you to kind of take us back a little bit because I don't know how long your parents have been here or how long your family has been here, but they've been around for a minute, right?
Yeah. So I think we started coming probably in 2015.
Okay.
I was a junior in high school. My brother interned here, so we'd always gone to church. We knew about Northminster, but we were going to church over in Coleraine. And then when my brother got an internship here, my parents were like, let's just go to Northminster. We'll support John, who's my brother. And we started going, and I got really plugged in with the youth ministry here. We went on the mission trip to Nicaragua and kind of never looked back from there. Just got really connected. Really fell in love with Northminster because of the community that was here. That was the thing that brought us and kept us, for sure.
Yeah. So what was your brother interning in?
Student ministry.
Student ministry. Okay.
Yeah.
So he was like the student ministry leader or pastor?
No, so it was back. Rich Jones was here. Janelle was here. Okay. And then they had 2 interns. So my brother and then Julia McGrath, whose family is also involved here.
Okay. So, sweet. Okay, cool. So you guys have been here for a hot minute.
Yeah, probably 10 years.
Okay.
9, 10, 11 years maybe.
Okay, awesome. So what was that time like for you? Like, as a student, like you're coming in, you're finding community, you're instantly stepping into serving, going on missions. Like, what was that like for you at the time? Especially, you're in high school, you're a junior, right? I think you said?
Yeah.
Like, in a time of a lot of change, trying to figure out life and what's next after graduation. Like, how are you navigating, like, being in this new environment, finding community and all of that?
Yeah, I think it was actually kind of the biggest blessing that God could have given me that year. I didn't really have a Christian community at school because the church that I went to was not everyone that went there did not go to my school. So my community of believers was not present in my day-to-day life, which was challenging when you're a Christian in high school. And so it kind of became like a like a life raft for me, you know, like it was something that I like really needed. And it was really special to be able to meet people here who also went to my school. And then I had that community and support at school as well. And people who understood my faith and why I acted the way I did and made the decisions that I did. So it was great. I mean, Northminster was and is a place of refuge, you know, like even back then when that wasn't our explicit mission, like that's what it did.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. And I think that's something that may be like understated and maybe misunderstood for a lot of people in the faith is like when you're in that pivotal period in high school, right? Like where so much of your life is you're getting so much information from so many different sources and trying to parse through all of that and make decisions about who you're going to be in life. Like, that's the time where you need that. You need, like, people around you who can, you know, speak something positive into your life when, you know, you're getting beat in the face over and over again with all this negativity. Then you add social media to that. You add all these different things. It's like, you need people around you who understand, like you said, the decisions that you make and aren't making you feel like weird or whatever. And now you feel peer pressured to be something else, and your life takes a completely different trajectory because you don't have anyone around you to like actually encourage you in your faith and like to do life together and to go to church together and to do camps and to do mission trips and all these different things. Like it really is a formative time in building a kid's faith. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome that Northminster was that for you. Like that's really cool. Okay, so take us through like your journey to, you know, becoming like a staff member here. So like you started here your junior year, you interned in college, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was that? What was all of that?
They had, I think, like 5 interns one summer. And it was after my sophomore year of college, I think. And a lot of it was just like helping out where was needed. We would go to the planning meetings for Sunday morning for modern worship. We would go to all the staff meetings, helped out with a lot of things here and there. At the time, there was a English as a second language class that was going on, so we would help make materials for that. I remember one day, me and Morgan Kremzar made flashcards, I think, for 8 hours straight. Just like, so it was a lot of really random stuff. We helped with choir camp, VBS, all those things.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 8
fun.
hours of making flashcards.
It was, yeah. Not my favorite day at Northminster.
I was about to say, what was like the, I don't know, the motivation or the driving force behind that? Like, was it just the fact that you were finding refuge here, that you believed in the mission? Like, what was that?
That I was making flashcards, or that I worked here?
That that day, like you were like, you know what, like even though this sucks right now, like I'm gonna push through and it's gonna be fine.
I think there was a need, and we were gonna meet the need that was presented to us. And a big part of the 8 hours was that me and Morgan didn't know what we were supposed to do exactly. So there was some miscommunication. Yeah. So we had to start over. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of like a fun, you know, chaos can bring out a lot of joy at times when you can just like laugh through somewhat painful. You know.
No, I completely understand that experience. So oftentimes, like, you know, I forget myself and other people don't believe me when I say it, but I did serve in the military. I served for 8 years in the Army, and it's that whole thing of like, like you said, when you're going through something tough together, it builds a certain kind of bond. So yeah, I completely understand that experience. I mean, we've talked about like your one of your least favorite moments at Northminster. What was your favorite moment like during that internship, during that whole process?
That's a good question. So much of it is kind of a blur.
Because you were how old then?
19.
19? Okay, cool.
I think. I think I loved helping with choir camp. That was always really special. I used to do like the musicals at College Hill Presbyterian when I was a kid, and I always really enjoyed that. And as a theater kid, super fun. And it was fun to see like our kids here getting to do that, and it brought in so many families and kids from Finneytown. And then it was so fun to see them, you know, work really hard all week, learn these songs, and then to perform it on Sunday for everyone. And it like always, I'd be back in the sound booth just like crying. It was so cute just seeing our kids, you know, be able to worship in a way that maybe it doesn't look like worship to them, or they don't realize that they're worshiping, but it's worship. Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, so as a theater kid, I have to take it here for just a second, and we had to chase the squirrel, and then we'll get back on track. Favorite musical?
That's so hard.
I know. I always say when people ask me that question, so I was like, I got to throw this out. Let's say top three.
Top three. Okay. Sound of Music is one of my favorites. I grew up watching that, and Julie Andrews is amazing. And that was like my sick day movie whenever I was home from school sick. I'd watch it with my mom.
Nice.
And then Lion King.
Yeah.
It's just so good. And then I feel like I need to do more of like an obscure one.
I'm here for obscure.
Once.
Okay. I don't know this one.
It's really good.
Okay.
It's based off of a movie.
Okay.
It's set in an Irish pub, and all the musicians and actors are on stage, so everyone's playing their own instrument. Before and after the show, the set's a working bar, so you can go up and get a drink on stage.
Wow.
Which is really cool.
Okay.
And it's kind of more folky music, and it's just really good.
Okay, I need to check this out.
It's really good.
I mean, so you go there live and you get a free drink during the...
That's not a free drink.
Oh.
No, not free.
So you have to like pay for a special ticket to...
You don't have to pay for a special ticket. You just can go up on stage. Well, I guess I saw it on Broadway, so I don't know if they do this for like touring productions.
Okay.
But you can go on stage before the show, and they just are serving drinks up there.
Oh, gotcha.
So you can get, I think they had like wine, beer, soda, water, whatever.
That's crazy.
But you got to like go onto the stage, which is for a theater kid in high school pretty cool.
That is insane.
So just go stand on a Broadway stage.
Yeah, absolutely. So theater kid, love for music. Is this coming from mom, I'm assuming?
Most likely.
Okay, because she's like, is she a music teacher? Like officially? Okay, cool.
Yeah, she taught for I think like 16 years, and then had me and my brother. Took a break, then she had her own piano studio, and she's gone back teaching in schools. I think she taught for like 3 or 4 years once we were in school. So
that's cool. That's the kind of like, I don't know, that's the kind of legacy I feel like I want to pass down to my kids. Is like, here's this gift that I was given as a teenager or as a kid or whatever, of like, here's musical theater, like, and I want to pass that down in the same way. And I just loved seeing your mom we just had VBS, for those who don't know. Yeah. Seeing her teach the music and everything like that, I was like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that's what she did. Okay, like it makes a whole lot of sense. Like, you know.
She's an icon over at Montford Heights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they still do programming that she did from 1980s and 90s.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. That is insane.
Yeah.
No, she had a huge impact there for sure.
Yeah. The kids revolted the year after she retired.
They were like, we're not coming to the program unless she comes back. That's really cool, man. And I mean, it just speaks to the heart of your parents and your family as well. Because, like, I mean, your dad, like, he comes and volunteers with Jason and helps with some of the building projects. So it's like your whole family, it seemed, was like just, and still is, like, super plugged in here at Northminster. So that's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, we chased the squirrel. Now we're back on track. Okay. So you interned here at 19. You said that you came back. So where did you go after you left your internship?
So I went back to school.
Okay.
To finish college. And then after that, I graduated college in 2018. I worked in behavioral health for a year with kids in Cincinnati Public Schools.
Wow, okay.
Did not love that. And then got a job at the county And then I had been there for just under 7 years.
Okay.
Yep. Something like that. And it would be, I think 7 years in October.
Okay.
And so
Gotcha.
now I'm back.
Okay. So, like, your degree was in?
Child and Family Studies.
Child and Family Studies.
I thought I wanted to be a therapist.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. I was like, so she's at the county? Then, okay, cool,
Yeah.
got it. Okay. So that's actually interesting because my wife actually has a degree in human development and family studies. And she's working as a what is it called? A care coordinator. So not the same as like a...
Is it Cincinnati Children's Home?
I don't know. I think it's through some company in Dayton called Choices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I think we have something like that down here in Cincinnati as well.
Yeah.
Choices branch or whatever. But yeah, so she does that, and I experiencing some of that stuff like firsthand of like not necessarily like seeing her on the job, but like just some of the stuff that she unloads about like stuff that she's dealing with or like. Even like when we were in college, like the curriculum and all this stuff she had to learn, I was like, dude, this is a lot. Like people who go through that, I'm like, God bless you, because it's just not in me. You know,
it was so fascinating to learn about, and I loved learning about it. And it was fun because you could kind of like look at who you were in your life and like, oh, yeah, that's why I was like that.
Yes, yeah.
But then I don't know how people do it for
for a
career.
living.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it takes a lot of emotional energy.
Yeah. To balance your own, stuff within your own family dynamic and all of that, and also
taking on all of these burdens of other
people. Like you have a whole caseload of kids or adults or whoever, and you're having to take on all that as well, and try to find a way to not emotionally become attached or like take on all of this weight. Like that's. Yeah. There's a specific kind of person.
Yeah. You don't want to lose your empathy and become desensitized.
Yes.
But you can't let yourself get too involved.
Exactly. So
it's really fine line of,
So was that kind of what led to the shift or transition into like, I don't want to do this anymore. Let me go to the ministry route. Is that kind of what it was, or?
A little bit.
Okay.
I really enjoyed working with the kids. It was the parents who I had a harder time with. Just, typically, I mean, it's hard when some of the parents aren't as invested in their kids' treatment as you're trying to be, and you're with them an hour a day or an hour a week, and they want you to wave a magic wand and
just fix
make their kid better.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
No.
So that it felt like you were like pushing a big boulder up a hill, and it was just, it's hard.
Yeah. Cool. So what led to the transition then? Was it just kind of like, hey, I see this position open, let me grab it?
No, they restructured.
Okay.
I didn't want to stay, but they restructured, and my position was cut down to part-time. So I was like, well, I'm not working part-time. I need a full-time job. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So
it was actually a huge blessing to be like, okay, I can leave. Like I don't have to quit. And so I needed a job, and I knew someone at the county, and they were like, this person really likes their job. You should apply. They're always hiring. And I said, okay, I'll go maybe work there for like a year while I find something better. Really liked it and stayed for 7 years. So
yeah. What was it specifically that you liked?
I liked that there was a pretty good work-life balance, which I feel like a lot of people who work at the county would not say that. But the role that I was in, I wasn't a caseworker in like CPS, so I was at a desk all day, and all my interviews were done over the phone. So there was a nice level of like, you had a caseload that you were working on, and you were invested in these people. Yeah. But after 30 days, a decision had to be made on their case, and then they went into a case bank.
Got it.
So it was like you didn't really get to know people, but you did get to hear their stories, and you did get to help them. Yeah. So it helped create a natural boundary, so that it wasn't as emotionally taxing. Gotcha. But I started there right before COVID hit, and then everything changed there, because the world changed. Sure. And we got really busy, and I worked in that position for like 2 years. And then I moved into a management role, which I really loved because I liked supporting the staff that was supporting the community.
Yeah.
And doing more of the administrative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I kind of realized, I really like being at a desk and doing admin work.
Okay.
So
cool.
And then I did that for the rest of my time there.
Okay, sweet. So how did you hear about Trudy's position?
I got a call from my mom one day.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Abigail, I heard some news. And I said, what? And she said, Trudy's retiring. You need to apply for her job. And I said, okay.
Yeah.
So can I have some more information, please? Like, what is her job?
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom talked to Mike, and she just said that I might be interested.
Mm-hmm.
Mike sent me the breakdown of the role.
Yeah.
And I met with him and chatted with him about it.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I was open. I wasn't loving my job. I was getting kind of burnt out. I was looking for something new.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know exactly what that was.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt like it was time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
So I met with Mike, and I still wasn't 100% sold.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pretty sweet gig working remotely 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Which
who wouldn't love that?
That rocks. And then so there was going to be some sacrifices of taking this job. Mm-hmm. I would sacrifice some flexibility and some stuff like that. But ultimately, I kind of had like written it off, and I was like, I just don't know.
Yeah.
And then my parents kept not pressuring me, but they were really encouraging of like, I really just think you should think about it. Like, just keep an open mind. Just keep an open mind. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, fine, I'll put an application in. Mm-hmm. So I texted Mike, and he's like, we're interviewing next week. Can you get your application in? I said, sure. Yeah. So I did that, and then I met with him and Greg, and then I met with the staff development team. Mm-hmm. And then ultimately I was like, I haven't done all this to just not say no at the end of the day. So like, if they offer it to me, I'm going to say yes. Yeah. I did.
What was the change of heart? Like, was there a specific event, or was there like a specific conversation that was like, you know what, let me actually seriously give this some thought,
I don't know.
No?
I think I was kind of letting fear get in the way of things. Mm-hmm. I wasn't happy at my old job, but I knew what I was gonna be doing every day. Like, it wasn't something I was bored, but at least it was comfortable. Yeah. Whereas this, I was like, what if I don't like it? What if something bad happens and then I ruin my mom and dad's community? Like, I don't know. Like, I was kind of like, just like catastrophizing things in my head of like, this could be terrible. Man. And what happens if I leave this job that I have great benefits? Like, I know I can live on it, like, and then I come here and it doesn't work out, and then I'm at square one again. So I think kind of just the more I talked about it and the more I talked to Mike and Greg, the more I kind of, the fear started to subside. And I was really trying to be intentional about talking to the Lord about it and like hearing from the Lord. My final interview was this Monday after Easter, I think. And so I was like, I'm going to fast from Good Friday service to Easter and just see if I can hear something. And I think that kind of like really helped to just steady my mind and like focus. I couldn't really focus on fear. Like, I was just kind of hungry.
Yes.
So I don't know if it was exactly the desired effect that I had for wanting to fast. I kind of wanted like a big, epiphany of hearing from the Lord, but I just started to feel a bit more peace. And then the peace really started to outweigh the fear. And then when Mike called me and told me that they wanted to offer me the job, I asked, I was like, can I just think about it for 24 hours? I just want to be sure. And I was talking to my mom, and I realized the thing that I was the most scared of was telling my boss that I was leaving. Oh. Yeah. Because I had built really great relationships, and I really appreciated the people that were there. But it was time. And she was, great and supportive, and she was a great boss. And that was another thing. It's like, I have a great team. I have a great boss that I'm working for. What if my new boss isn't great? They have been great. So that's been awesome.
You don't have to say that because you're on the mic. You can say that mic is
No, they've been great. But yeah, so I think it was fear the whole time.
Yeah. Man, that's so interesting because I hear a couple things in what you're saying. I think fear sometimes can be kind of like just a reactionary emotion, but at the root of it, it's like a lack of control almost, like where it's like, okay, well, I have a good situation here. I have a work from home job. Like I have a great team. Like I'm having fun. I enjoy the admin work. I'm supporting these people who are going out and helping the community. Like everything in my life feels like it makes sense, and I have control over all of these different aspects of it. And now, I'm being presented with opportunity for change. And that's scary because everything kind of feels like it's where it needs to be. But at the same time, like I'm left in limbo because I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
I'm starting to maybe not enjoy this as much as I did when I started. And I have something in front of me that I'm uncertain about. And yeah, it definitely, it can be scary one, but then also too, like I said, it feels like almost like I don't have control anymore. And while it's like scary, like it's also one of like the best places to be, especially for someone who's in the faith, right? Like it almost sounds like the Lord put you in a position where, all right, now it's just you and me. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, like, you have an option here. You have maybe several options here of you could just stay and, thug it out and just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna just like, continue through the burnout until maybe I just decide one day to quit. I could do this. Maybe I could find something else to do. I don't know, but it feels like it was a moment. And I think those moments happen for a lot of us where the Lord just puts us in positions where it's like, okay, now you can't trust in your own like knowledge. You can't trust in your own wisdom. You can't trust in this whole thing of, oh, well, I know what to expect, right? Sometimes that can be like the most stagnating thing in our faith is that our life looks so predictable and everything is going the way we expect it to go. We're living in comfort. And sometimes I think the Lord puts us in situations like what you were in to say, no, like, let's, I don't want you to lose your fire. Like, I don't want you to lose, like faith in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let me put you in this position to like, I don't know, cause maybe a little bit of uncomfortability, maybe a little bit of like fear of the unknown to increase your dependency on me and not just like, oh yeah, I got it. Like I know what that kind of thing. Do you feel like?
Yeah, no, I feel like the thing that I did here that weekend was you can choose whatever.
Yeah.
But if whatever you choose, trust me.
Yeah.
It's either trust me if you stay at your job, trust me that there's going to be opportunities for new things or like make it better or to enjoy your job again. Or if you choose to, change paths and go into ministry, trust me that you'll be provided for and that, like he's got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. No, and it's good because I think part of that is like, I feel like a lot of Christians, a lot of people in the faith, like, they do like the fast or whatever. There's a big decision to make, so they're like, okay, we gotta fast, gotta pray, gotta do something, and a lot of them just don't ever move because they're like, it's either the fear, right? It like literally like paralyzes them to the point of like, I'm not going to do anything because I didn't hear anything, which is in some ways is wise. It's like, okay, well, don't move out of God's will or whatever, but also like, there's an aspect of your relationship with him where he says, hey, like you said, no matter what you choose, I'm not going to force you to choose anything, but no matter what you choose, I'm just asking that you trust me with it, right? Like, and I'm glad that you didn't let the fear paralyze you.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad that you didn't, get in this space of like, okay, well, I don't feel like I had like my big aha moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard you say earlier, like, I was waiting for something, something big, and I didn't, I didn't necessarily get it, but he spoke to me at the very least through it, and I just had to jump in and trust that he was going to catch me, and that's really huge.
Yeah, and I think sometimes the Lord speaks in silence too.
Yes. That's good. Yeah.
So I think a lot of us want to hear a big booming voice, but a lot of times it's like that still small voice.
Yeah. 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 No, it's real. I can't tell you the amount of times like I fasted for something or for a decision, and like I'm telling you, it'll be like, oh, I'll do like a 3-day fast. I'll start it, and like end of day 2, I'm like, I haven't heard anything. I'm like, this ain't working.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm finna go to Waffle House. Like, I'm finna get my All-Star with my eggs and my plain waffle, all that. Like, just ridiculousness, man. And it's like you said, it's like, yeah, sometimes it's not going to be that big booming voice of assurance. It's like, do this, my son. Like it's not that. It's hey, like, I don't really have much to say about this because I don't really, not that I don't care, but I just want you to make a decision. I want you to make a decision and trust that no matter what you do, I'm gonna be there. That's really awesome. That's really cool. I'm glad that you listen, and I'm glad that you're here.
Thanks.
It's really cool. Like it just speaks to the level of faith and trust that you have in God to say like, no, like at the end of the day, I don't know all the factors. I don't know all the aspects of what I'm going to be stepping into. I know some of it, but like there's still some unknowns, and I'm just going to put myself out there and jump. Like that. Yeah. That takes a lot. So
thanks.
Kudos to you. Shout out to you.
Thanks.
So talk to me a little bit about what the transition was like. Like, so you move into Trudy's position, and like, of course, there are some things that I'm sure you notice off rip that you're like, maybe I would want to change that. Talk about like what that was like. I know she spent some time training you. What were the things that you noticed up front that you were like, maybe we should tweak this a little bit? Or was there any of that up front, or were you kind of just like, hey, she's been in this position for 16 years. Let me just sit back and learn kind of thing? Yeah,
I really wanted to learn how she did everything the way that she did it first because, I mean, obviously it worked.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it would work for me, but it worked. So I really wanted to be intentional about not trying to change anything at the start. There were a few things that were just going to need to change because systems were being updated and we had to move from one program to another.
Yeah.
And there was also parts of her role that I think got dispersed prior to me starting. So there already were some changes off the bat before I really knew that there were changes.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to learn how she did it. And then kind of as I was learning that, I was like, okay, I think it would be more helpful for me to do it this way. Not necessarily changing what is being done, but the process in which it gets done.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I think there was also a lot of times where I just asked, like, why are we doing it this way? Not because I think it needs to change or because I don't think it's good. I'm just curious as to why.
Yeah.
And then, if there's a lot of times it was responded to by saying, because that's how we've always done it, and it's like, okay, well, like, are we in love with how it's being done, or are we open to trying new things? And I think that's something that I really enjoy about this staff is how open everyone is to new things, and they embrace change, and they're not too scared of it. So that's been fun to be able to be like, I think this would work really well. Can we try it? And everyone would be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't work, we don't do it. Moving forward, and we just go back. So yeah, it's been a lot to learn. Trudy had her hand in everything. There's a lot of small things here and there that she didn't get to teach me. So I'm learning as I go, and that's been fun.
Yeah.
And then Trudy herself was just so, like, I really appreciated how supportive she was of me doing things my way.
Yeah.
She was like, this is how I do it, but you're going to do things differently and it's going to be great. And even like on the podcast that she was on, she was like, be nice to her. She's going to change things, but it's going to be good. So, and I know whenever change happens, it can be hard when you're used to things the way it is. And I never want to change like the heart of what we're doing.
No, for sure.
Yeah, there will be some tweaks to how the process of things go. And I know we're trying to do a lot more digital stuff, which I'm excited to kind of learn and test out. So
yeah,
I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's very, I think it's like embedded within our staff culture of like the idea of pivot and grow, right? That's one of our staff values. It's like, you know, no matter what, like, we can't get so locked into doing something a certain way. If it stops working, let's take a look at it, assess it. All right, what changes do we need to make and pivot, you know? And that to me is the only path to growth.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, when you came on, it was like, you know, we were in the middle of a lot of different changes, especially on the staff, like just with personnel, and then, you know, Meshach's coming, you know, different people leaving, Soteris had to leave, like all these different things. You know, so it felt like we were just in a season of change and growth and of pivoting and all this other stuff. And so, like, to have you come on and you kind of already embodied that yourself of like, you know, asking the questions of why, like, why are we doing this a certain way? Like, do we have to do it this way? Is there a better way? Like, you coming in with that attitude already, like that kind of like, it just kind of complemented everything that we were already doing. So it felt like literally like two puzzle pieces that just needed to go together. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we're blessed to have you. Like we really are. And I was going to reference that episode with Trudy as well, because that was something that I thought was really huge, you know, and you don't see that a lot in certain, especially in like, I think in church positions specifically, like it's always kind of like, you know, oh, well, it's been done this way for X amount of years. So just keep doing it this way. And if you don't, then you're getting hate mail. Like you're getting, you know what I'm saying? Like people are ready to crucify you type stuff. And it's just like, nah, man, like, no, let's figure out how to do this the most efficient way. Yeah. And I think, you know, the overwhelming response from you being here has been like, oh no, she's amazing. She's doing her thing. Like, and so you've been doing a great job here. And I think one of the things that I noticed, like kind of like a parallel between both you and Trudy, is that like you both have so much experience in a bunch of different things. So you're almost like, you both are like Swiss Army knives in like the sense that like, you know, here's Trudy, she has all this experience in like, you know, making movies and like music as well, and administration, and she was a CIA agent and all these. I'm playing.
She's like, no way.
I'd
believe it.
I still believe it. She says that she wasn't. I'm like, I think she was definitely a CIA agent, and she's just like probably entering into a time where like they need her more. So her retirement's probably not even really a retirement. But anyway, that's just my conspiracy. Yeah. But like you also
also love conspiracy theories on this stuff.
Yes, we do. And so like, but you have kind of like that same like kind of multifaceted nature about yourself, where you're coming in, you've got your musical theater background, like some music stuff from your mom, you've got just a general like really good eye and just, I don't know, just a good like knower, I would call it, in terms of like the vibe of a certain thing. So like you can look at a graphic and be like, something about it is off. Or you can look at branding and be like, something about that's off. What if we try this? Like, and so like that's something I think is really cool about the both of you, and why I also feel like you were like the perfect person to come in behind Trudy to kind of carry on that same type of legacy. Maybe not in the same way, because, you know, there were definitely some times where we were like, man, Trudy's carrying a lot, and you know, maybe there's a way that we can do this that's better. But you know, still being able to kind of speak into multiple different things and assist in multiple different ways, I think that just makes you a even more of an asset to our team. For real.
Thanks.
So yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I really do enjoy how many different things I get to do. It kind of lets me be my introverted self with the administration, and then like more creative with helping with other things.
Yeah.
I took a career test once.
Really?
And paid a lot of money for it.
Okay.
I came back inconclusive. They said I could do a lot of things. I said, not helpful at all.
You're like, I'm trying to find a direction for my life here. And you're like,
it was after,
all of it.
after I realized I didn't want to be a therapist. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll take a career test.
Yeah. Didn't
inconclusive. So this is actually the perfect kind of job where there's just a ton of different things.
Yeah.
So.
Man, look at that. God worked that out, didn't he?
Sure did.
That's crazy. Cool. So let's get into, I guess, some of the things that you're hopeful about for the future of our church. Like everything that it's very evident. Everyone can see like the value that you bring, what you're adding to the staff, like what you're bringing to the church as well. Like what if you had any hopes or if you had any dreams about what the next, I don't want to put pressure on you, what the next like 5 to 10 years of our church looks like.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Like, what are you dreaming about? Like, what's on your mind?
I'm really excited about the work Meshach's doing.
Yeah.
I think that's really great. I think this is a Presbyterian thing. I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't grow up Presbyterian, so I don't really know. But I think there's a more reserved nature to Presbyterians from what I've been told.
Yeah.
So sorry if I'm offending anyone.
No, I've observed it too. I didn't grow up Presbyterian either. But in coming here, like trying to like get footage of people in worship, you're like, dang, no one's lifting their hands. All right, I guess we're just a little bit more reserved with our worship. That's fine. You know?
Worship how you feel moved to worship.
Absolutely.
But I would love to see a bit more. I just would love to see the Holy Spirit move. Yeah. And for people to be moved by the Holy Spirit and to like, not that they're not doing this. Yeah. But like making sure that their hearts are prepared for Him showing up because He's going to be there. And I think, it's really hard on a Sunday morning, especially like getting kids to church on time, like that's hard. And you kind of come in, you just barely made it to then lock into worship and be like, okay, Holy Spirit move. Yeah. That's really hard. Yeah. And so I think the work that we're doing with Formation Labs and the work Meshach's doing is naturally building into that, which I think is great. And I already see like from when I was here in the past to like now, like there's already been so much growth and change. And I think so many good things have happened. But I just think that's going to continue. And I'm excited to see how that grows. Yeah. No, I would agree with you 100% on that. I think like, man, it's such an empathetic thought that you just brought up of like, no, like it is a lot. Yeah. Like Sunday for a lot of people feels like this big event because like you said, I got to get the kids ready. We're running behind. Susie doesn't have the right shoes on and she's throwing a fit. Like, we got to get in the car. We got to get there. Oh, we're late. Shoot, worship's already started. All right, now I got to get in, get them checked in, And I think sometimes like being on staff, and this just coming from someone who's worked in the church for a little bit, like being on staff at a church, sometimes you can get a little jaded and you lose a little bit of that empathy, and you think like you just think that people are apathetic and they just don't care, and it's like, why don't you get to worship on time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you, do all the prep work and get where you need to be and da-da-da-da, and or lifting your hands or whatever in worship. And it's like you said, it's like, man, like, okay, but all that it took to get to this point, to even be sitting in the pew, I think maybe for all staff members of churches who are going to hear this or listen to this or whatever, it's like, like, okay, let's all just relax and try to be more Christ-like and more empathetic and say, no, like, there are people that are coming in with a whole lot. And the fact that they're here in the space, right? Like where the Holy Spirit can move.
I think that's got to be enough. On the opposite end of the coin, if you're, someone who is falling into that, like that apathy of like, I don't really care, like I'm just going to get to church whenever, like they better have my coffee right, like if you're on that side of the coin, then like you said, like please get involved with the formation labs and all the things that are happening at the church. Join a group, like do all these different things, because I think there's something beautiful that can happen in your faith journey when you're able to ignite that fire again and get that spark back. Like it takes you out of the consumerism Christianity that we've talked about before, and into a more personal place of like deep devotion to God, right? And so no, I'm excited for that as well. I think the work that we're doing around like shaping our culture at Northminster, some of the meetings that we're having, where we're like kind of trying to define all these different things. Like I think all of that is working towards that end of like, no, we just want to see our church healthy, man. We want to see people's lives transformed. Like there's no reason for us to meet every Sunday. There's no reason for us to have all of this, to do a podcast, to have worship, to do all the things that we do, kids ministry, all these things. Like if people are just going to stay the same, like let's transform, let's change, let's grow, let's move forward in our faith journey, and hopefully, we do it in a way that's pleasing to God, but also that is attractive to other people who haven't started their journey yet. Hey, come follow and come see what this is all about. So yeah, like I agree with you. I'm excited for that. I'm excited about the role that you're going to play in that. Yeah, man, I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like that dream, that picture of what we want to see. Like I can see it very clearly. And I don't know, man. I'm just excited about it. I'm excited about it. Abigail, how we normally end this thing, we ask a question of what is God teaching you right now? And how can that encourage the people who are watching? How can we send them out with some encouragement, some light, some hope? What's God teaching you right now?
I think I've been thinking about this a lot recently. So I think God's trying to get me to focus on this. And it's just like a reminder of how present he is in our lives. Looking back, like, to high school, coming here, or even, like, really like the start of my junior year, how he's gotten me to this point, how that has happened. When I went on the Nicaragua mission trip, I remember that was like the first time that I feel like the Lord spoke to me ever, or that I was aware of. And I kind of had like my life flash before my eyes for like the past year of just like how things happened that got me here. And I kind of could see it really clearly of like, I'm supposed to be here. Like this was where he wanted me. And then, with how that changed my life and, gave me that community and affected, the trajectory of my life, to then coming back to intern and then going back to school and like not thinking twice about working for a church. And then my senior year being like, oh, that'd be kind of fun to work for a church, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to be a therapist. And then not liking my job and then, going to the county and really enjoying it there. But then this opportunity coming up, it's just like, he's always there. And you really can't, I mean, we're no more, like, we're not powerful enough to mess up his plan. It's absolutely. Like, even if we make choices or decisions that maybe make us take a little bit longer to get back on track. But at the end of the day, like, he's got a plan and purpose for our lives, and he's with us the whole time. And it's just cool to be able to like see your life in hindsight and be like, I can see God working. Yeah. No, I have a very similar kind of story, like briefly I'll share. Like so that exact moment that you talk about of like just having the thought of like, oh, it'd be cool to work for a church, but like I'm gonna do something else. I had that exact same thing where it was like my thought was like, no, I'm gonna be on Broadway. Like that's what I'm doing. Like I got my education. Like
I went to college, got my musical theater performance degree. I'm like, okay, I'm following the steps. Like, I did this in high school. I got my degree now. The next step is Broadway. Like, there's no other. Yeah. It's either Broadway or it's Hollywood. Like, there's no other, like, there's nothing else. And I remember, COVID kind of, like you said, it changed our whole lives. And that's when I found videography. Next thing I know, I'm, like, working for nonprofits and, school districts and professional athletes to recording artists. And now I'm like, I look up and I'm like working for, like, helping out a church plant and got a bunch of volunteers and we're just grooving one Sunday. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool if I actually got to do this for work. But in my mind, I'm still thinking Hollywood and, and, Broadway. And it's like you said, it's like the Lord kind of, he has his own plan. And when whether you realize it or not, when you say that you're going to submit to that, like, it's like, okay. Yeah. It's almost like he puts you on this little, like automatic, like, treadmill that just kind of winds and curves and goes every which way. And you look back and you're like, oh crap, like, I've done a lot of different things. Yeah. Some things I never thought I would have ever done. But it was, again, like you said, it was just this passing thought. Yeah, it'd be cool to do that. And then I look up and here I am some years later being in ministry, like working vocationally in ministry now for almost 5 years, like, doing a podcast. Like, never saw that in the cards.
Hey, Hollywood's still on the table.
We'll see. But it's just really cool, like, to be on the journey. And also I think too, like, I don't think it can be stated enough of, like, when you're on that journey that, sometimes I think the Lord kind of just redirects us because he wants to build character in us. So that eventually, if it's in his will, right, there may be a time, like you said, where he's like, all right, here's your time, here's your moment. Let's see what if you're gonna steward it well, kind of thing. Like, let's just see. And if the opportunity presents itself, I don't know what I'll do. Yeah. But I know that at the end of the day, like you said earlier, whether I choose this path or that path, like, no matter what I choose, like, he's gonna be there. And I just have to trust that he's present, like you said, like, he's there, he cares about the details of my life, and that, ultimately he's going to get the glory somehow. Yeah. So that's a beautiful way to end this thing. Like, just be aware that God is present. Be aware that he's with you, that he cares about the details of your life, and trust that no matter what, even if you feel like you're about to fall into uncertainty, fall into fear or whatever the case may be, he's with you, he cares, and you're going to be okay. He's going to be there to catch you and pick up the pieces. So, man, this has been I feel full. Like, this has been a great conversation. I appreciate you making time to sit down and talk with us.
It's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, I appreciate you tuning in to another episode of the Outpost Podcast. Till next time, we'll see you.
Bye.